Donald Trump was caught bragging about taking away freedom of speech yesterday, but it didn't happen in some private meeting. It didn't get leaked by someone who heard Trump say it. The guy said it in a room full of people with cameras and microphones. This has to do with the issue of flag burning, a constitutionally protected activity that is a form of speech that the Supreme Court has said is protected. Trump bragging, we're going to imprison people for burning the flag. We took freedom of speech away.
A flag burning mob, and we've made it 1 year penalty for inciting riots. We took the freedom of speech away because that's been through the courts, and
we took the freedom of speech away.
The court said you have freedom of speech, but what has happened is when they burn a flag, it agitates and irritates crowds. They've never seen anything like it on both sides, and you end up with riots. So we're going on that basis. We're looking at it not from the freedom of speech, which I always felt strongly about.
The freedom of speech. So listen, something irritating or something agitating is still protected by the First Amendment. It's still protected by freedom of speech as a concept. If the idea is, if something is irritating or agitating to a crowd, we ban it and imprison people, then I guess we should be banning racial slurs, right? When people go out there and start yelling the N-word, you can be damn sure it irritates and it agitates. But we haven't made that punishable by a year in prison. If people go out and start using homophobic slurs in public, that'll irritate the crowd. That'll agitate the crowd. By definition, the First Amendment and freedom of speech must include speech we might not like, speech we don't like ourselves. Now, there can be consequences to that speech in society, but we have regularly seen flag burning reaffirmed as a protected act. I don't burn flags. It's not my thing. I don't go around going, I'm so offended by it, but it's just not something I do. And I've never really felt that when people do it, it achieves anything. But that's just my opinion. They are completely within their rights to do it. And Trump, it actually got even worse. Trump hosted a sort of who's who of conspiracy theorists and dilettantes of different flavors. Andy Ngo was there. Jack Bazaviak, you can see here on the left of the screen. It's a woman who had a suspicious black eye that suddenly appeared when it was convenient to mention. But anyway, that's another story. Maybe it was a real black eye. I don't know. Anyway, so here's a guy going, I saw someone burning a flag. And Trump kind of goes, you know who he is? Pam. Can we go after that? It is a protected form of speech.
Years now. So thank you guys so much for taking this seriously. And President Trump, you mentioned that flag. So remember, you put out a truth right after
that's right. I saw that.
Took this flag from that man that was burning it in the street.
I saw it. Do you know who he is?
Oh, yeah, I know exactly who it is.
So why don't you give it to Pam? Give it to the Attorney General, and let's start prosecutions.
Yeah. I actually have a second flag that he tried to burn as well. So I have two of them from the same guy.
Well, you also saw what happened when that flag started burning. Everyone went crazy. That's right. And that's when it started, when they started burning the flag. So thank you. If you could give the information, it would be great.
Absolutely.
And at least that horrible night made you famous. Right? You got
I got a text from the President of the United States, so I appreciate that.
Does this guy have the flag on the floor? Isn't that a violation of the flag code to have the flag on the floor if that's where he has it? I mean, I can't see under the table, but he's pulling it out from underneath the table. This is disgusting. And this is another example of how the people who scream the loudest about whatever, it's obviously a confession. And those who scream the loudest about freedom of speech seem very willing to just limit it. And then finally, really weird moment, Trump talking about beautiful black women. Beautiful black women.
And the people are all against him. They want people to come. Beautiful black women are wearing a MAGA hat last night on television.
Are they?
Beautiful people. And they said, we don't care who comes, just stop the crime. They don't care, frankly, they don't care if it's National Guard and military. Send in anybody you want, stop the crime. And they're afraid to go out. They can't even go out.
Beautiful black women with MAGA hats. What a story. A disgusting, oppressive to speech meeting where the worst of the worst from the right are invited and celebrated as heroes for telling lies and wanting to suppress speech. This is where we find ourselves today, and it is truly depressing. When it was time for a new mattress, I didn't want to gamble on something generic. I had heard about Helix. I liked that they customized the mattress based on how you sleep. I'm mostly a stomach sleeper, so I took the quiz and ended up with a model that felt tailored to me. I've had it for years. What I notice is I don't wake up with back stiffness. I don't wake up with shoulder pain. I don't toss and turn looking for a comfortable position. It's just better than my old mattress. It's more supportive, but it's still comfortable. Another thing I like about Helix is that there's no one-size-fits-all approach. It's really tailored to you in terms of firmness as well. It's made a difference for me, and I'm thrilled to be partnering with them. Helix is giving my audience 25% off site-wide. Go to helixsleep.com/Pakman. The link is in the description.